At last, I'm finally back. Finally back on the internet. Back from the future. Cut. What's up, everybody? I'm finally back. After nearly probably 8 months off, I've had some ups and downs with my health, and I'm finally decided to come back and make some videos for you guys. I wish I could make a video today a little more from a little more positive light, but yeah, basically I had my cataracts got really bad. I've had cataracts for probably past 7, 8 years, and they kind of flared up, and I ended up having cataract surgery. So now I'm back, and I just wasn't motivated to make videos, and I couldn't really see my computer very well for a while. So we're back. So kind of strap in here for a new video for me, new format. Today I won't be probably putting a bumper music and anything on this video, so I'm not sure yet. I'm not in the editing process. I'm planning on rebuilding all that stuff and kind of coming back at you guys with new format. And as you can see, I'm surrounded with physical media, but hopefully my channel probably won't be as much physical media, talking about physical media as much. There'll be a little bit in there, but I'm going to try to focus a little more on doing videos about movie reviews, things like that. And I'm thinking about doing like little politics here and there, and pop culture, kind of like what I'm going to be covering today. But today, like I was saying, it's kind of a negative video. It's kind of something I've been thinking about for a while. And since this series just came out today on HBO Max, I think we'll talk about it. This is the Velma series. And this is something nobody else has really talked about when they've talked about this show. There's been a lot of negative. Obviously, there was a lot of negative press on it early on, and this isn't a movie review. I haven't even went and watched the first episode yet. But this is just a little commentary on the imagery I've seen, and this is something people just hadn't really been pointing out. And as you can see, if you notice how like Velma and other characters try to get to some of the other characters, but all the dark characters in this series, they seem to have like really bright eyes. Like I'm talking about the dark skinned characters, and it's kind of disturbing to me because this is imagery from like old Hollywood. You would see like when you had like black actors, they would like illuminate their eyes, and I don't think it was just naturally, like, because sometimes there was actually it would be actually like a completely blacked out scene, and they would like illuminate the black actors' eyes, like they would be like glowing in the dark, like it was like, oh, they're black, they're dark skin, they're black, they're black, and like their eyes are like illuminating like flashlights. They would do this. You'd see that in old cartoons and old film. And this isn't, I'm not pointing out, like I'm not making videos, oh, this is racist. But I mean, this is racist. The cartoon, this is absolutely racist what they're doing in the cartoon. But what I'm pointing out is the hypocrisy of the woke. This cartoon is very woke from what we're hearing about it. I am going to go check out at least the first episode. And, excuse me there. Turn down the gain a little bit. I think I clipped out there a little bit. But yeah, this series is, and I don't know if they. My problem with Hollywood anymore is like, it just seems like a lot of filmmakers in Hollywood, they just don't know. They just don't know the history of Hollywood, and they want to call out all the racism in Hollywood. This is something that was racist in old Hollywood, is doing this in movies. I haven't had time to pull up any imagery from the internet. In fact, I have been looking for some, and if anybody that sees this video and agrees with me or disagrees, whatever, but if you know a movie, because I've seen it in a lot of my movies, in some of my old movies, not a lot. It wasn't like prevalent, but it's something that used to be kind of a stereotype in Hollywood, and it just aggravates me that. It seems like woke and it's probably going to be the name of this video, is woke is more racist than the racist things they're calling out. And of course, Hollywood has been racist in Europe. I'm not saying that they haven't. They have been very racist, and I don't know if it's all extraordinary. I mean, a lot of it is just acting. You know, you had a lot of characters. You had a lot of characters that would play like white guys would play like Mexicans in the day, and it was just the way it is. I mean, acting's always been like it. Men's played women, things like that, which I know there's a kind of a controversy over men putting dresses on and stuff like that. But like some of my favorite groups, like Kids in the Hall, they've always dressed as women and done really good jobs playing women. And Monty Python, of course, have done it and always had very funny roles as women. So I have a kind of a mixed feeling on that part. But yeah, this show just seems extremely that imagery is just racist to me. Like I just don't know if they understand what they're doing. I mean, it's just it's kind of extraordinary. When I seen this at first, I was like, man, because some of these images I've pulled up here aren't like the darkest. Like there's some scenes where they're like, I'm trying to find some like, see in these darker images here, they're like, see how much they're illuminating the eyes, and some of them were worse than this that I had seen, and so like this here, like it's just kind of weird to me that they made. I mean, of course, this is the era of, UHD and high definition, things like that. It might be part of it, and they probably didn't necessarily do it on purpose, but just not. See, here's another one that's like real bad like that. But just not understand the history of that look. I mean, they clearly don't, or they wouldn't have done this, because I mean that's clearly like highly illuminated their eyes like that. And of course some of that could be, here's some of the HBO Max about Velma. It gets slammed. How news about HBO's Velma. Okay, HBO Max Velma is getting slammed by viewers. Like I say, I'm not reviewing this today. I'm just making commentary on the imagery of this at the moment. I'm going to go check out this. But this was, Mindy, isn't it kind of funny the way Velma looks and what Mindy Kaling looks like? Isn't it kind of funny how all this woke stuff, like all the woke comic books, all the woke, I guess, woke comic books, woke comic book movies, just all these writers are just inserting themselves. They're not original characters. They're just inserting their lonely life selves into this stuff. And it's stupid. It's pathetic in a way. So we're not going to go through too much of this stuff. I just wanted to make kind of a short video today. I wanted to point that out. Dude, it's awesome that I pulled up this page here where they have like the imagery side by side, so you guys can see her right next to Velma, so you can actually see that she obviously is just like a self-insert. I don't know how much of the writing she did, but the writers definitely inserted Minnie Kaling into this part as basically playing herself, and I have a feeling it's just, and I'm sure it's full of snarky humor and stuff like that, and it's just from what I've seen. And then they obviously turned Shaggy into black, and it's supposed to be a prequel to Scooby-Doo. So like, how do you have all this history of Scooby-Doo where you have like the established characters, and then you just start blackwashing everything and start race swapping them, and it don't make sense why they're doing this stuff for. I mean, and and in my theory, it's just they just want to make people mad, just the fans mad, people on the right mad, and it's just part of Marxism. They like to draw on like this shock and awe campaign where they think they're shocking everybody by things they're doing and making people mad. They're just trying to bring out the violence in people so they can say, "Oh yeah, you guys were violent after all." And that's what's going on with the trans thing right now. That's why they're pushing so hard. It's the trans, transgender story hours and things like that. They're just trying to make a group of people mad enough that they actually go out and get violent, but nobody has, of course, and they're probably not going to. And I would imagine, like some people say, I think James Lindsay said that he mentioned they're maybe trying for a drag Floyd, where it's actually like a false flag type situation, so they can demonize, and then it just a gun grab as well. They've been wanting to take guns away from the citizens for so long, and then the whole point of guns obviously is for it's to defend yourself against a tyrannical government, which our governments became, but we don't have any. There's no way to really resist at this point. And because anytime you kind of group together and things like that, that's whenever the government comes in and infiltrates your groups and stuff. That's what they've been doing since the '60s, from the Black Panthers to the Michigan militia. That's what they do. They break up all these individualist groups and stuff like this, so you can't build coalitions of citizens that could actually organize and defend whenever it's needed. So I went on a little rant there and apologize. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think about this. It's a little bit disturbing to me about it's just a little bit disturbing imagery from this show, and I I wanted to point it out. Yeah, here's a good side by side here. I'm checking out, but this is kind of the format I'm going to be doing for you guys. I'm going to have like the browser up and my imagery, and then have just like browser, and then we'll do stuff, and then I'm going to do movie reviews like this as well, where I actually play. I'm going to play, not play the movie, but I'm going to have the movie on the bottom, and then we're going to kind of skip through the movie scene in different scenes and talk about the movies a little bit, because I'm not great just spewing out just a review and things like that. So we'll see, because I just want to kind of present some of these older movies to you guys, and let you check them out and see what they look like, and hopefully not get copyright struck by just kind of skipping through them and things like that. But make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, please leave comments. I love to hear comments. Anybody that sees this video, I like to hear what your thoughts on what you think about this imagery in here. And it's been pretty disturbing. So I will talk to you guys later. I appreciate you guys watching today. And welcome back to my channel. And hopefully we'll start making at least one video a week. Maybe a couple, depending on what's going on. And how everybody's response to everything is. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you later.